Hey, my name's David. I'm going to present my workplace communications project. In this presentation, I'm going to show some portions of my portfolio that I feel reflect professionalism and how to present yourself effectively as being a professional. When working in any industry, it is critical skill to be able to display yourself professionally. As an example, this applies when you're at a job interview. You need to present yourself as mature and look like you know what you're doing. Your level of professionalism is reflected in the way you dress, the way you talk, and especially your body posture. On a business level, you must ensure that you're presenting the business or company that you are working for, and be sure that you're representing them appropriately and to their standards. This level of professionalism can be displayed in various ways, such as emails and reports. In this slide, I have included a photo of the introduction of my cover letter portion of my portfolio. I've shaded out some information such as my address and phone number just for privacy purposes. In this section, I have been sure to express professionalism in the way that I have formatted my introduction, as well as how I start the beginning of my cover letter. If a potential employer looks at your cover letter and resume and they see that the formatting is not neat and that things are not in order, or that there are any grammar mistakes, they will not look any further into your resume or cover letter. The next example that I've extracted from my portfolio is a portion of my resume. In my resume, you can see that I've listed everything in order from my most recent education, employment, volunteerism, or personal achievements being first. In the description of the duties for my most recent job, the one I am currently attending, I've made sure that I do not mention myself directly. Making sure that you have all of the correct orders for your information in your resume is essential to employers, so they know that you're an organized individual. Another essential aspect you should consider in your resume is to ensure that you do not have any false information about your education, past employment, or current employment. It may be important to note that I have used the past two documents, both my cover letter and my resume, to secure a student position with Canadian Border Security Agency as an officer at the Calgary International Airport. As a response to them asking me to come in for a security clearance interview, as well as a uniform fitting, I sent the same email to several people. These people included recruiters, as well as the individuals who would be possibly interviewing me. In this email, I would want to present myself as excited for the opportunity, as well as display myself in a professional manner to give a good first impression. I communicated professionalism in this email through my tone of voice. The tone of voice is something that can make or break what you have with a potential employer. The last thing you want is to come off as somehow annoyed or frustrated. The process for CBSA was in and around 6 months, so I was a little annoyed with the process, but excited to get back to them to confirm my availability. The last example that I have included in my presentation for my portfolio is the entirety of my sample incident report. This specific sample is one that I submitted explaining a car break-in that had occurred. In my portfolio, I have the sample recommendations that pair up with this incident. Again, for safety and privacy purposes, the names of individuals who were involved have been scratched out, along with other sensitive information. In my incident report, I have shown how I can professionally write documents, including everything from the grammar to my tone of voice and the organization of the information that has been included. In this slide, I have listed the two things that I believe are the most important in communicating professionalism on both an individual and business standard. First is the tone of voice, which I have discussed plenty in this presentation. I have described the impact that a tone of person's voice can have on different situations. Second is your body posture when speaking or being spoken to. Your posture can affect how you are perceived in different situations, such as an interview or when communicating with somebody of great importance. So I've decided to record it this way just because it was a little bit awkward trying to record from my phone or another device while presenting on my computer. Would have been useful if I had a projector or something at home, but I don't have one of those. So this was the only way that I could figure out how to record the presentation as well as my voice at the same time, so I hope it's okay. Thank you.